Hello, this is Laura. Today, I want to talk about something that many people carry silently for years. Past mistakes, the decisions we regret, the words we wish we never said, the opportunities we lost, the chances we didn't take, the moments we replay in our minds late at night. If you're listening, right now and there is something from your past that still hurts. I want you to know something very clearly. You are not alone. Almost everyone has a memory that makes their heart feel heavy. Mistakes are part of being human. But sometimes we do not just remember our mistakes. We attach our identity to them. We stop saying, I made a mistake, and we start saying, I am a mistake. That shift is dangerous. Let me ask you something honestly. When you think about your past, do you see growth or do you only see failure? Do you see lessons or do you only see shame? Healing from past mistakes does not mean pretending they did not happen. It means changing the way you relate to them. The first step to healing is acceptance, not approval. Acceptance. There is a difference. Acceptance means you acknowledge that the past cannot be changed. You stop fighting reality. You stop wishing for a different version of yesterday. You face what happened without running from it. Many people stay stuck because they mentally try to rewrite history. They replay conversations. They imagine better responses. They think about what-if scenarios. But no amount of replaying will change the event. It only increases emotional pain. Acceptance is not weakness. It is strength. The second step is responsibility. If you made a mistake, own it. Without excuses. Without blaming others. Responsibility is powerful because it gives you control. When you accept your role in what happened, you also gain the power to change your future behavior. But responsibility should not turn into self-punishment. There is a big difference between learning from a mistake and living inside it. The voice you selected does not support this language. Please click the upper right corner to switch to another voice. Many people hold on to guilt for years because they believe suffering proves they care. But constant self-punishment does not fix the past. It only damages your present. Let's talk about forgiveness. Forgiving yourself can be harder than forgiving others. You understand your intentions. You know what you could have done differently. You feel the weight more deeply. But forgiveness does not mean you excuse the behavior. It means you release the emotional chain attached to it. Ask yourself this question: if someone I love made the same mistake, would I believe they deserve a second chance? If the answer is yes, then why are you denying yourself the same compassion? Growth requires self-compassion. Another important step is learning. Every mistake contains information. Every painful experience contains a lesson. Sometimes the lesson is about boundaries. Sometimes it is about patience. Sometimes it is about courage. Sometimes it is about who you trust. But there is always something to learn. When you extract the lesson, the mistake becomes a teacher instead of a prison. There is something called emotional resilience. It is the ability to recover from setbacks and adapt. You build resilience not by avoiding mistakes, but by surviving them, by facing them, by growing through them. Think about this. The person you are today is not the same person who made that mistake years ago. You have more awareness now, more maturity, more understanding, yet you keep judging your past self with your present knowledge. That is unfair. Your past self did the best they could with the mindset and emotional capacity they had at that time. Now you know more. That is growth. Sometimes healing also requires repair. If your mistake hurt someone else and it is possible to apologize sincerely, do it. Not to remove your guilt, but to acknowledge the impact. A genuine apology can bring peace. But remember, even if someone does not forgive you, you can still forgive yourself. You cannot control other people's reactions. You can only control your growth. Another important part of healing is releasing identity attachment. Do not let one mistake define your entire story. You are not your worst decision. You're not your biggest failure. You are a human being who is evolving. Life is not about being perfect. It is about becoming better. Let me speak directly to you if you are carrying regret right now. I want you to close your eyes for a moment after this episode and imagine placing that mistake in front of you, not inside you, in front of you. Look at it, acknowledge it, learn from it, and then imagine yourself walking forward without carrying it on your back. You are allowed to move forward. There is something powerful about redemption, about becoming stronger because of what once broke you. Many of the strongest, wisest, most compassionate people you admire have painful pasts. They did not avoid mistakes. They transformed them. Your pain can become purpose. Your regret can become wisdom. Your mistake can become motivation, but only if you stop living in it. The past is a chapter, not the entire book. Now I want you to reflect. What is one mistake you are still holding on to? And what is one lesson it taught you? Write in the comments, I forgive myself, and if you feel comfortable, share the lesson you learned. Your honesty might help someone else who feels alone in their regret. If this episode touched you, like this video and subscribe to the channel. When you subscribe, you're choosing healing over shame, growth over guilt, freedom over regret. This is Laura. Remember, you cannot change your past, but you can transform its meaning. And sometimes the most powerful growth begins the moment you decide to forgive yourself.